Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on, YouTube? I'm kidding, I'm not going to do the intros like that. Metal Complex here, and today I'm going to be unboxing something that many of us have been waiting on for a long time, including yours truly. I'm sure that you can guess what it is. Many of you will be able to guess what it is. Based on the thumbnail, which I'm sure I dressed up in an extravagant way. Thank you so much to our good friend Lou for sending this in, for allowing me to get this up so quickly. I was not quite as fast. I want one of these, but this is not mine. It will go back to him when I am done. I will link where these originated from down in the description, but don't expect them to be available yet. They might, I don't know, it depends on when you're watching this video. You can check if you want to. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me, and please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. Okay, let's go ahead and let's get into this box here. Oh man, depending on, I think I know how I'm gonna feel about this. Sorry, and there's a note there. I think I know exactly how I'm gonna feel about this. It's an important moment for me as a collector, because I have a decision to make after I open this up. MC, I included the yes, wonderful yes. With a surprise for Bob. I love that Bob, like the disgruntled guy on the live stream, has now become a character on this channel. And we have a gift for him. Also, okay, a prototype mini. Oh yes, all right. Okay, so here is this gentleman right here. You're going to find him down, perhaps his own channel, or down in the comments. And then his Instagram is the_only_Lucifer. He sent stuff to the channel before, and it's always been great. So, because I know what people are going to be here to see, the first thing I got to do is open the, wow, this has become confusing. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go after this guy. We got another knife there, which we'll open up here in a second. But yeah, let's get into this. I gotta know. Oh boy, there it is. There it is. The freaking manual stitch, the Ramlock stitch. Why is this such a big deal? Well, I'll tell you why. Because this is a Borka design, and the only way to get a manual stitch was by buying the custom Borka, which was $2,000 on the cheap side. I mean that. I'm not joking. $2,000 on the cheap side. Yeah, there was a time where they went for like $1,500, but my God, do you even remember that time? I don't. And then they just became unavailable altogether, right? And the ones you could find were for much more. So we had the stitch from Microtech, which was an automatic, wonderful knife, awesome knife. But everybody was upset because it's like, why have this huge hole here if it doesn't function? It's not like you can operate the knife via that hole. We need a manual one, right? I don't think Microtech could have made a better version of this. This is a USA Microtech. I know people are confused by that now that Microtech has done a whopping 2 models with Reich. Everyone's like, yeah, all of Microtech went to China. No, that's wrong. Yeah, this is a USA Microtech G10, and then we have the Ramlock, of course. And this is a big deal because it's an ambidextrous lock with a coil spring instead of an omega spring, making this really essentially ideal. Oh God. Oh man. You know, the detent it's not a detent. The lift tension, I guess, on the stitch is better than the MSI. That was the one thing I thought, you know, the MSI is really good. I love it and it's amazing, and spoiler alert, I gave it a great review. You guys haven't seen it yet because it's sitting in limbo in the YouTube ether until I decide that it'll go public. But the one thing that kind of bummed me out about the MSI is the light lift from this. Sorry, my finger got caught on the ram lock. But it just doesn't take much force to get that blade to come out. But this, it lets you build up a little bit more force. And you can hear it too, right? Yeah. Ah! Yes. Not only will I be buying this knife, I will be buying multiple variants of this knife. This is officially a knife I want to collect. This is a knife I want to buy a version of to use. Probably exactly this version. Lou, if you ever decide you want to get rid of this, I'm your guy, bud. But also, as they continue to release special variants of it, carbon fiber, aluminum, maybe even titanium, a guy can hope, right? Yeah, this is the type of knife that makes me want to collect multiple versions, and that does not happen very often. There are very few knives in my collection that I have multiple versions of. This is magnificent. Not everybody likes the really, really weird blade to handle ratio. This is a lot like, the feeling I get from the Spyderco Shaman, where you have a massive amount of very accommodating ergonomic space and then a shorter amount of blade. I don't care about how much space I have on the handle versus how much cutting edge there is, because the truth is that even this short amount of cutting edge on either the Shaman or the Stitch, which is even shorter, is still vastly overkill for the type of stuff that I will use it for every single day. What I love is the grip. The grip that you get on this guy, the combination of this is like almost like an arrowhead blade, but the relationship between the thumb notch and the biggest forward choil I have ever seen. This is the roomiest, most comfortable choil. God, this is good. But we get to enjoy it with an ambidextrous lock, not a frame lock, not an automatic version, right? Not an axis lock with omega springs. No, the ram lock with a coil spring. The only thing that they didn't do that they should have done is put a clip mount position on this side for left-handed people. Microtech, what are you doing? Why are we leaving left-handed people out of this? That is such a weird move. God, let's make a couple of amazing freaking ambidextrous knives, but they're for right-handed people only. Like, come on. As a righty, fine. This setup, as a right-handed person, this is fine for me. This will work for me, right? But as a reviewer, I have to point this out. Left-handed people exist, right? What are you guys, 10% of the population? Yeah, there's more right-handed people, but my God, like... I mean, you could make the argument Microtech's going to sell out of these things whether, they're made for left-handed people or not. Okay, fair, right? But if they ever get to the point where they can produce enough to catch up with demand, they have an additional 10%, right, or up to 10%, that would buy a left-handed model. I just feel like that's a goofy move there. Choked back, wonderful. This is, everything that I loved about the auto stitch, and I've also reviewed the custom stitch, right? It's just a bit lighter with the G10. What do we got? Let's take a look at the inside. I doubt they put any major... Yeah, it's a cartridge liner. You can see there the steel only goes down just, a ways, and some people are going to be like, oh, God, well, it's not going to be durable enough for the extreme lifestyle I'm going to throw at it. What are you doing with your knife where that cartridge liner is going to matter, right? You're not. I'm just going to answer for you. You're laying on the couch, right? The G10 will be fine. All right, I know. I'm inviting arguments here. The G10 will be fine. Man, I'm really impressed with the action. I'm really impressed with the action. I really thought it was just not going to work. The ability to reverse flick this knife and how good it felt that's what it was going to come down to for me. I knew that Microtech was going to do a good job executing this. M390 MK, okay. Should be called M390 OK. Man, I'm really cracking myself up today. I knew that Microtech would do a good job at executing this, right, in terms of fit and finish. What I wasn't sure about was their ability to get this thing to feel organic on deployment, right? I thought maybe this would be too light and it wouldn't work, but I love the MSI, but right off the bat, I like this head and shoulders more. Now, this guy, to my knowledge, is quite a bit more expensive than the MSI. Why? I don't know, because Microtech, right? We're just expected to, you know, get on our knees and just take it. Like, that's just kind of what we do, right? But I'm going to buy this. I got to own this now. This is really, really great. You know, it's not quite as thick in the scales either. I'm noticing the backspacer is not quite as wide, or it seems that way. I mean, the scale, well, hold on. Let's measure the blade stock. The blade stock thickness has to be, there's no way it's the same thing. I think the old one was like 185 thousandths. What are you? 160? Yeah, nowhere near. Nowhere near. Okay, let's weigh it. Real quick. I'm just gonna weigh it real quick. Weight on this guy. Okay, not bad. 5.71 ounces. Obviously, you know, ratios aren't gonna be what everybody wants. It's still gonna be a pretty hefty knife for most people, but that's not too big of a deal for me. For anybody who doesn't know, it is a fairly large knife this way. Overall length is coming in 8.5 inches. 3.75 inch blade, 3-inch cutting edge. Oh man, do I like this. I am a huge fan of this knife. This is fantastic. Wow. Yeah, first impressions very good. This is not the review. This is just an unboxing and first impressions. I will, of course, do a full comprehensive review a few weeks down the road from now. So if you want to wait and hear my thoughts, then we can all do that. I have a feeling it'll take a bit for them to restock these things anyway. What is this other knife? It says... It says this is a prototype mini sheepdog from Sheepdog Knives. Oh, interesting. The only time I've ever handled a sheepdog is for... Oh, this is like an OG prototype. Oh, cool. Yeah, the only other time I've ever handled a sheepdog is like, you know, from Kaiser. So it's neat to handle an old school prototype. This is clearly a user. Wow, you've been loving this thing. That's neat though. It's always fun to see, you know, historically what has turned into other, has resulted in collaborative efforts with OEMs like Kaiser. But yeah, okay. So I think, is Sheepdog, are they out of the USA? I guess I have always assumed, but this is the first time I've ever handled an original Sheepdog. Okay, pretty cool. Guys, I think that's going to be pretty much it today. Is there anything else in this package? I don't think so. I think that's it. Okay. If you, what is under here? Oh, that's the thing. Okay. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.